Namaste everyone. I'm Govinda Puri from Italy. Today, in this short video, I will be talking about the qualitative data analysis. I'm going to make this video particularly for my research students who have frequently requested to make one clear video for qualitative data analysis. That's why I'm going to talk about it today. Let me start my presentation. Qualitative data analysis, which is completely different from quantitative data analysis. How qualitative data analysis is done, particularly in research. So for this, let me present what qualitative data analysis is. Qualitative data analysis is the process of making meaning from the text. So while working with the text, first we do transcribe the video or interviews that we obtained from the participants, and the process of constructing meaning and identifying major ideas through coding. This is the process of identifying the meaning in the participants' expression, their responses. And this is the process of categorizing the scores that we make and then make the meaning. We generate the abstract ideas from the text data. That is what we say themes. And we provide description of the phenomena under the themes. And then finally, we construct the narratives in each theme. This is the process of qualitative data analysis. It is overall understanding of the whole data set that we obtain from various methods of data collection, such as interviews, observation, field note, or any narrative or reflective writings. So the first step is the coding. Coding is more post-positivistic tradition. It is quite different from the positivistic tradition, because here in this process we try to understand the meaning of the participants' expression or the observation and then make the meaning, or we sort out the ideas of the participants which are important and which are not. Then coding takes us more towards the belief of common views of the participants. We might have interviewed more than 5, 6, or up to 25 participants. We might have got the ideas of them or their perception, their feelings, their experiences or understanding of the phenomena, and from that we try to make the meaning over here. So beyond the coding process, it is a kind of interpretation in post qualitative traditions. The research, the whole research is a kind of understanding of the phenomena and writing the stories of that. And or it is kind of writing as inquiry, writing from particular perspectives, researchers' perspectives. So you can see over here, simply here down, we transcribe or we first, collect the transcription or field data or let's say observation notes. We collect from the field, and then we, as a researcher, prepare the data for analysis. And then we read the transcription, the data set, multiple times, and we obtained the general understanding of the whole data set. Then we code the data. That means we locate the text segments in particular data set and assign a code label to them. Then the coding the text for description to be used in the research report, in the thesis, or we code the text for themes to be used in the later to write the article. So let's understand what code is or coding is. Coding is naming the data, the idea particularly, or it is the process of assigning a code, word, or phrase that accurately describes the meaning of the text segment. Or we read line by line and we code the idea or the segment first. And later on, more general coding is done, involving larger segments of the text as well. Uh, you can see here one example. This is the process of coding. The process of reconstructing the curriculum in a rural high school setting. The title is that, and the codes are given over here. You can just see close-knit community. When we read that interview and we find the segment over here and provide the name, likewise health of community or community values, or then change is threatening visionary skills of talented people. This is how uh, we give the name to the segment, data segment. After that, after coding the whole data set, we might have many codes in one particular transcript, and these codes will be clustered or categorized. After coding the whole text, we cluster them together. Those codes which have similarities or similar meaning, they can be categorized in one place. Or if there are any redundancy or the unnecessary codes, repeated one, we minimize them. The whole objective of coding and clustering is to reduce the long list of codes to a smaller, more manageable number of codes. We categorize them. And then what we do, we read the data under each cluster time and again for in-depth or for detailed understanding of the data set. Then we start generating the theme from the categories. We construct the meaning from the data, the meaning that support to generate the themes, overall themes. The themes are the result of the qualitative data analysis. We first reduce the long list of codes to get few themes or description which can be meaningful for the readers, for the researcher himself or herself too. And the themes are similar codes aggregated together to form a major idea in the database. And we identify few themes by constantly comparing the data. The process of constant comparison and contrast in the analysis process, which have the similar ideas, which have not, we will see time and again. So this process goes further. Here, after making the themes or categories, we provide the name to the themes, because for understanding the whole meaning, we provide the name. We give the name. The names can come from at least three sources, such as the researcher's understanding, researcher's reflection, and the participants as well, and the literature. The most common way is when the researcher comes up with terms or concept and a categories that reflect what he or she sees in the data. The whole qualitative data analysis process is the understanding the data set, the phenomena, and provide the name to that theme. Theme should reflect the purpose of the research, and that should be sensitive to what is in the data representation. The theme that we make should represent the data set as well. Beyond the data, we can't create the themes. Each theme should be supported by the uh, by the by the data set or by the code. Here you can see the whole, this is the process, from real concrete participants expressions, researchers observation, from these real data to the abstract or the qualitative study is the process, or is the way to theorize the data, the patterns, the emotions. You can see in this figure the codes are given over here, and from the codes category there may be category, from the category maybe subcategory as well, or from the categories and subcategory we develop the themes or concept, and finally this concept will be developed as a theory. So this study, qualitative study, is theory building study as well. We do not test any already established theory, but we generate the theory from the data set. So here the researcher should play with the data, should make the meaning from the data set. After that, after making the themes, we need to provide the description to each theme, or we need to write the narratives in the form of a story so that the readers will understand easily. It is the process of getting description from the codes already done in the transcription, or the experience obtained from the field should be reflected there, should be reflected in the themes, or the researcher's reflection and the meaning, what the researcher has understood, that should also come together in the themes. That, the description of the themes should provide the detailed information about a few themes, not many themes. We reduced many codes into categories, categories into subcategories, and then themes. And then we think about, presenting time, context, and social structure, and interactions. We connect all of them together and provide the rich description for illuminations, for clarity of the data. And then again, these narratives we provide to the theme should be clustered, or the clustering the narrative present the dialogue that provides support for the themes. When we write the themes, that themes should be supported by the evidences, by the dialogues, by the songs taken from the data set. And sometimes the qualitative researcher can use the metaphors or analogies to make the narrative or writing interesting. And then we can also collect quotes from the interview, the quotes, direct quotes, and then observation also, to make the interpretations well, and locate the multiple perspectives and contrary evidence. And we look for lively detail as well in the data set, and provide write in detail in the theme. We identify tension and contradiction in individual experiences. Many participants might have expressed differently. We try to find the similarities and then present over here. So also the qualitative data analysis is the process of conveying the personal reflections. Qualitative researchers, they believe that the personal views never be kept separately, because the researcher's position, researcher's feelings, experiences, their views can also be integrated in the process of data analysis. Researchers' own interpretations or their personal reflections about the meaning of the data can also be included in the study. So the report can be well well illustrated. So what is the perspective of the researcher? It's very important at this large, or at this at this stage of conveying the personal reflections, that may be guiding the perspective, and the meaning of the data is made based on the researcher's perspectives. Researcher's position should be clear there. And also, after making the themes and providing the description and narratives with the quotes, with the dialogues that we have to compare with the literature, we might have already reviewed the related literature in the area of study and kept in the literature review section that should be connected over here uh, while comparing. We interpret the data from particular viewpoint, see whether there are contradiction or confirmations of theoretical perspectives or not. Sometimes you might come with the new perspectives. You might come with sometimes with the already established theoretical perspectives. So here in this stage, you need to compare and contrast. Compare and contrast the ideas generated from the analysis with the ideas of literature or the studies finding available in the uh, literature. So we use sometimes theories as a lens or reference in the analysis. Sometimes we can uh, generate. So this is how we can generate the theory in qualitative study. So after doing that comparison and contrast, we should synthesize, or we should present the findings, consolidating the ideas that already discussed. The ultimate goal of synthesizing the analysis of data is to ensure that interpretations are clearly communicated to the readers. The idea that the meaning should be communicated with the readers well. So, by presenting reflections of the discussion or presenting the insights or the next layer of interpretation, we can synthesize the meaning. So, qualitative data analysis is the making meaning, process of making meaning from different perspectives in different layers. It is the way to dig out or unveiling process of the hidden meaning. So synthesizing should be in the line of research questions or purpose of the study. We might have already clarified the research questions, and your findings should be aligned with that research questions. So synthesizing or concluding is the way how you present the final reflections or insights of the analysis and interpretation of the data. It is the process of theorizing from data to theory. So how we theorize, how we make the meaning and mix up with the global meaning. That's why qualitative data analysis is the process of building theory. Though it is difficult task, because we need a very thoughtful writing, we can make it more rigorous, being involved into the process, step by step process. So thus, in the data analysis, we can have multiple interpretation in qualitative research. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, please don't forget to put in the comment box. I will try to address there. And to watch more videos, subscribe my channel and like and comments. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.